However, based on my experience in the development sector the last 15 years, I think when it comes to innovations and in terms of supporting the scale-up initiatives, there are few things that can be done with innovators, entrepreneurs. We can think in terms of state-wise or regional incubation centers where the innovators can also prototype, test out their innovative ideas to take it further. I think that will really help in scaling up and also take into consideration the local context, the technology, and also the societal, the social dynamics involved in all these innovations. That is one comment I like to suggest. The second one is in terms of mentoring. Most innovators are not experts. I think we have institutes like IIM Ahmedabad, with the base of the brains, can provide business mentoring. And also experts who are already in the field can share a lot in terms of hand-holding and taking along the innovators in whatever field they are in. I think those 2 points are critical. Apart from the financial input, to scale up our work, I come from a region where grassroots institutions have not been tapped, the potential of grassroots institutions. When I say grassroots institutions, one of the most permanent grassroots institution in the Northeast, where I come from, is the church. This innovative scouting has not reached through them. The church is based in every village. So if we can also tap the potential of the church role in the scouting of reaching out to innovators at the grassroots level, that we have not taken. At the second level, I also have a lot of colleagues who are working in a national service scheme. A lot of volunteers attached to college and universities. And I think that is a potential where we can also tap young minds in this scouting work in scaling up. And that is basically institutional linkage is what we are doing. I think that is the few points that I like to share. Apart from the existing initiative, which I'm not very much aware of, I'm so sorry to say this, I think these are some of the things that immediately comes into mind. I was going through the document and a lot of new ideas came in. And I'm very happy that I'm also part of this initiative and I am going to take a lot of new ideas from you all. Thank you so much.
And mention about next Shodhyatra that you are organizing. Next Shodhyatra.
Okay. Sorry, I forgot to. I will be your host, your local host. We will be your local host in the 30th Shodhyatra in Manipur. That is Professor already said, from 12 to 17. I really encourage you to come and be part of this initiative. Let me talk about the situation there. We have already planned out different level of your context. If this happens, I will be your first line of context for any issues regarding this Shodhyatra. This being highly security rich zone, because of various reasons, we have also put into different levels of people in places who can help us if anything happens. So again, talking about innovation, let me put it on the lighter side. We have a lot of innovations, but I have never come across an innovative idea how to solve the conflict we are facing. Thank you so much.
Good afternoon. Myself, Dr. Sudeep Kumar from Veterinary University, Chennai. I have two suggestions. One, Professor Gupta was telling about recognition of the innovators. So one, basically, I think I suggest that a certification process of recognizing innovators could be taken up. Because they don't have a certification. In case an institutional linkage or through NIF or university is taken, we can try to certify either a healer or any innovator for having the knowledge. So that will give him a recognition. Another thing is, in southern states, I think self-help group is doing a good job. Similarly, some network in terms of commodity interest groups with relevance to healers or any innovators, group formation, and value chain linkage projects may be thought about by NIF, wherein from right from the base level, from producer to the consumer, you are able to link the value chain and funds are given to promote innovations. That's all.
Thank you. Thank you. Last, Shanad.
Couple
After that.
of thoughts, some connected, some not so connected. So firstly, in terms of, looking at the topic in terms of policy interventions and where policy will really help to bolster innovation in this sector. One of the assumptions that I commonly see both in the formal sector as well as in this sector is that we're sort of expecting the inventor to be the innovator and the entrepreneur as well. I think if we divide it up clearly, and I think some of the examples that you yourself picked up from Kerala, and I think Ramya Jo's was a great example in terms of the cycle that was also used to wash clothes. It's a fabulous idea of someone who just came up with a bright idea, but do the workshop and had someone there put it together. So the inventor is sort of different from the innovator, person, sort of partnership, where someone else builds up on an idea that you have. And I'm guessing that given that people are blessed with different skill sets in this sector, as in most of the sectors, you sort of make this division and help people. It's okay just to come up with good ideas. That's what you care about most. And others that can really build the products, and others that can build business models out of it and are geared towards that. That's sort of a distinction somewhere. Some may have all three, some may not have one or more of the others. That may help with a more focused sort of policy intervention. So we focus on the people that really that really have bright ideas, keep coming up with bright ideas, and then how best do we disseminate that? And I particularly like your concept of the technology commons. That can we disseminate that very quickly without any legal encumbrances or other encumbrances within individual to individual at least. And talking about dissemination, and I speak to a lot of people from the Ashoka Foundation. One of the big obstacles or one of the big impediments that they see is they say, no matter how much we do in terms of dissemination, the ideas never seem to disseminate. So we do it through all these formal mechanisms of putting up a database, of having literature. And I'm just thinking, you mentioned the songs, right? I mean, you mentioned within the Gujarat context, the person who's come up with the scientific, teaching science through the songs. Songs and storytelling are a very common format for dissemination of ideas within these settings. And so if you've got a bright idea of disseminating it through these channels might be one possibility to look at. And thirdly, the gentleman's point here, which is something that even I want to really support, is that I think this one particular sector could be a great way for bridging the serious gap that I see within Indian academia, which is that the lawyers are not speaking to the management people are not speaking to the technology people, and this could be one binding force to bring us all together. And I know that at least I'm a lawyer, I teach at law school, and I know that we're the people that people want to keep away in a lot of these debates. But it would be great to have our students involved in this, at least when you're thinking policy and you're thinking what are the policy norms that you want to set, if you want legislation, etc. This could be a good place to interact and to have all these people come together.
Yeah.
Alexander Groth from Germany. I just wanted to very quickly address a few points we heard just now from manufacturing and also what you need as a space for innovation. And so I thought about how can you frame that? And it's actually a very simple idea, but maybe that might be very interesting. Somebody here in the room might pick it up, or you already thought about that. More into I think can actually help. That you, with the success of Honeybee, actually create the next level and move up the value chain by creating a network of hives for the honeybees. So you take that word, that symbol that you already have in your mind, from the honeybee to the hive, and in the hive, micro, venture funding, as well as industry, as well as institutions can come together to actually see, so where can we, maybe even use the church, that was a very nice idea as well. Where can we now branch out and actually create these centers where everything can be picked up as innovations from the grassroots innovation in the villages, in the states, and everywhere else, with the image of the hive in mind.
Thank you. Lady there. Okay.
Myself, Malti Mehta from Education Multimedia Research Center. Just now somebody suggested that why can't we use even the public broadcasting media to reach out to more people, and we have very excellent experience to work with Srishti and documenting most of the Sodyatris, they are sitting also here, and reaching out, and then even NDTV 24/7, they took us, yeah, and they also could, repeatedly telling us, even just now Banjibai was telling that recently I was on television, and that's thanks to UGC. Now EMRCs, when we started in 84, there were very few, and now across the country there are more than 21 media centers, and I request, most of the innovators and the NGOs in most of the states, these educational multimedia research centers are existing. Why can't they approach? And I also request, if possible, if NIF also can have collaboration with UGC or MHRD, because we are now into e-content creations also, where it is more interactive. Likewise, what is suggested that we can use different media, new media, all kinds of social networks, because now it's very easy to reach out. Only thing, what to send, what kind of information, within how many words, that we have to plan. And communication, basically, face-to-face communication does not replace with new media, but still, when we want to reach in a very short time, then we have to use Akash tablet or all the networks and all the media. Even the radio. Nowadays, we are talking about the community radio, and I was just referring about the Rino radio by Seva. So likewise, why can't the different NGOs also can think of community radio, because information broadcasting system ministry is also encouraging NGOs to start community radio. It's not very expensive medium. So we can use all different media. Basically, tomorrow also we are going to talk about the traditional media, because being a development communicator, being an educational media person, I know how different low-cost media can be used to disseminate information innovations. So it's my, one of the ideas immediately just now, emerged, and during these 2 days, I think many more ideas will come up. And one thing is that we have to involve the students of the sociology, of the technology, to scout the innovators. At the same time, the communication journalism students to disseminate these innovations, so that we can utilize academia, we can use or take the help of the students, and this is what we are doing in Gujarat also. At my particular center, we used to do that, and tomorrow also I am going to invite a few students over here who can really participate actively. So instead of keeping this kind of what you can say, earlier, we used to talk when we started the Shodh Yatra series, and Professor Gupta in the very first program said that we have not to keep the knowledge in the ivory tower. So these innovations also should be. I was just talking to her, and she was telling that I am from Bhuj, and I am also doing a lot of learning experiments. And I was telling, that Mr. Rathilar Mandli in Ahmedabad, I did a program with him, learning through activities beyond blackboard. And Mr. Rathilar Mandli is very active in Srishti. So, within Gujarat also she is not aware about him. So now we need to have that kind of informal, formal network, so that even other innovators, they can take advantage of such sharing of knowledge. Thank you very much.
Good afternoon, I am Lakshmi Jagannathan from Dayanand Sagar Institutions. Predominantly we are from a tier 2 education institution. If you see the Indian education system, probably students who go to typical universities are more than 90% of the system. And I am in a campus where there are around 15,000 to 20,000 students. Most of these students want to do something different beyond the curriculum, especially in the rural space. But to be very frank, even I am lost on how to guide students to help them take it forward. I think this part of youth, where they are not motivated by money or anything, is readily available for us to do the dissemination. If NIF to their GIAN can decentralize the whole thing, probably have a regional hub where there could be a regional facilitator, where we could do workshops in a regional space for teachers and for students who can act as mentors. If students have an idea, we have to help them how the idea can take shape, that will be great. In fact, our institution, we can volunteer to be one of the coordinators for the center also. Thank you.
We have 5 more minutes before we break the lunch. Then we continue. My only request is keep it short, and then there are space for articulation in other sessions. So don't think that if you are not had to say now, we are going to 2 days, we just want to hear everybody. The whole purpose of the conference is to listen and not to have formal presentations. Therefore, please don't feel frustrated if you didn't get a chance now. There will be enough chance during the day and tomorrow to listen to every single person here. We want to listen to everyone.
So this is about the policy aspects of innovation. So I have been associating for the last 21 years with the Professor Gupta and the Honeybee Network. Just I am telling some 3 or 4 points. One is innovations by people, then innovations for people. So innovations for the rural people, innovations for the poor people, even if developed by some little more qualified people. So far, we have been our this Honeybee Network, we have been giving importance by ordinary people, uneducated, school dropouts, or less than +2 or 10 or like that. So those people, even if they are graduated, are little more qualified, but they have very good innovations, There should be somehow we have to appreciate it. Very recently, this Gandhi Institute Award, that Honeybee Network just NIF has announced, that is a stock, so that we have in Delhi. So there, anybody that for a particular problem or this difficulty, solutions developed for the 3 exams they are given. One is this chula with the less smoke like that. Another is this transplanting for the bed, this mechanical innovation, this deep plugging like that. But anybody can develop. So in between, without any institutions or professional background, or some this is not what that some medium educated people, if they are also able to contribute, something that should be appreciated. But we welcome the Gandhi Institute Award. So likewise, so whatever grassroots people and again for the rural people, any innovation developed by any people, so it should be welcome. That's first point. Then second point is, see, because we are working in the field of innovation and we have with our experience, we know the potentiality only that innovation can be applied for another area. The person who is working on it, he knows. But the innovator may not be aware. I will just give an example. One person in Tamil Nadu, Mr. Chellam, he developed a herbal pesticide. So because we have been working with animals and also these local breeds and everything, so we thought of just testing for a herbal dewormer. The same innovation, are these external parasites. It worked very well, and with the Tanvas also, with the LTM department, we validated it has come up very well, and it's a good scope for further dissemination. Then third point is this horizontal dissemination. And also whatever media, at our area nearby, the best is, we can associate. Sometimes some the media also has some political background or something. But just we are only associating to disseminating the technology. So that way, they are also getting benefited and we are also getting benefited. And because of that, our good innovations, that dedication, that media people also getting very good attraction. So that way, this is my points for consideration.
Myself, N.K. Gotia from Junagadh Agriculture University. I want to say a few things ahead of that what already Hyderabad University people have. That we have in professional colleges dissertations and projects for the students, and very big mass is involved in that. Those students' projects are dissertation. If we conduct few of them, even 5% for these innovative ideas, I think that will bring lot of information in technically documentation. One thing, and second thing, for the dissertation point of view, I think nowhere in India best than agriculture system, a proper dissemination system is there. It is the only agriculture universities, and we have very good dissemination system, and we are reaching up to the grassroots levels. So if through these dissertation and projects, this can be involved with us, and then through our extension programs, and that can reach to the rural mass also. And one more thing on communication side, we made documentary films, no doubt, technically strong, very strong. But today ideas, we need something which has something like a serial. We should not go much on technical side, but where the way of presentation, just now as the social problems has been put by Amir Khan. If such types of serials on innovation, which is projected with such documentation also and some, then that will give better spread and disseminations to these ideas.
Thank you.
Last, after that we break for lunch and come back and then continue.
Good afternoon, I am Sunil Jaggi from National Bank for Agriculture and Rural Development, that is NABARD. In fact, I was trying to see that there are many problems, but NABARD in its own humble and small way is trying to address some of the problems, which I would like to disseminate in this forum. One concept that we have in NABARD is the formation of farmers clubs. And the mission of NABARD is to have one farmer club in each of the villages in the country. So that is the ambitious program that we are running. And this farmers club platform is such a platform from where the two bottlenecks or two hurdles that you have pointed out can be disseminated. One, we are giving a grant of 10,000 rupees per year for 3 years to these farmers clubs. So dissemination of information through magazines, literatures or anything that we want to do can be collaborated through any of the agencies that we have. And these magazines could be subscribed on a regular basis at least for 3 years. That is one thing. And then we have another facility being extended to the farmers clubs. That is 6 to 7 SMSs are going to each farmers club each day, every day 6 to 7 SMSs are going to the farmers, and that is through the Routers Market Light, the agency that is in collaboration with NABARD. And we can give this information through these SMSs also. That was the one point. Second point was the space. NABARD is also sponsoring stalls in the exhibitions. So wherever in the country there are exhibitions going on, we can sponsor some stalls and NABARD can bear the cost. That was from our side.
Thank you so much. In fact, NABARD is one organization with which I have tried the best so far. And I had a great meeting with Prakash, the chairman of NABARD. Somehow, somewhere we are stuck. Maybe I am not communicating properly. So we have to find a way of working with NABARD because they have a very large network. Now we will have to break.
NABARD, we have 57 villages. Through NABARD that block, we have reached 74 magazines.
Wonderful. Now we will break for lunch. Let's only decide that there are 2 sessions after lunch from 2 to 3:30. One is on policy and institutional interventions for linking formal and informal sector. Second is financial and ICT innovations. The second session is adjoining room. There is a room on the same floor. Classroom where the registration was being done. In that room, second group will be. The first group will be here. And we have to come sharp at 2 o'clock, so please don't mind squeezing out 15 minutes away from the lunch. So please finish lunch in time so that we can be here sharp at 2 o'clock. I want to just know those who want to go to ICT and financial section, can they raise hands so that they will go to please go to the next classroom after lunch. And to have fair distribution in both these sessions, it will make sense if those who want to learn about these interventions or want to contribute, they go to second session, and those who want to continue with policy and institutional intervention for linking formal and informal can come back to this meeting. Thank you. Thank you, sir. Thank you, Dr. Sheikh. Thank you, Assembly. Thank you, Raghav.